he will walk right out the store.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go to Foot Locker.
To put a ring on it and gives you nothing but lame excuses, we're going to show you how you can get him to say, I do, I want to marry you, baby, okay? So we're going to find out next what's keeping Brandon from making his girlfriend, Jessica, his wife. So, Jessica, you have been with Brandon for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good amount of time. For you, Brandon, what length of that relationship is this for you? Is this long for you? Is this average?
This is by far the longest relationship I have ever been in. I usually get bored after about a year.
You usually get bored.
Come on, guys, right?
Okay.
You want an exciting relationship all the time. Jessica, complete opposite of every girl I've ever been with. She keeps it. She keeps it exciting.
Oh.
It feels like the first week over and over and over again.
And over and over again.
And I tell her that every day. I try to tell her every day.
So it feels like the first week over and over again, yet and still, you guys, it's not like marriage happening anytime soon. No. So Jessica, you guys recently moved in together, right?
We moved in together after 4 months.
Oh, so not recently.
I know.
Okay. So you moved in together. Did you think that was going to make the marriage thing kind of happen?
Well, at the beginning of the relationship, he was so sure, and he asked me to move in with him, and I was looking for a roommate at the time anyway.
I came to her with a business. It was a business proposition.
It a business proposition.
What, like,
well, you're looking for a roommate, so.
He's like, I'd make a great roommate.
Yeah. A roommate with benefits.
And I thought he was kidding.
Okay. So you guys became roommates. And I understand that you wanted him to propose, but you're not the girl that's going to be hinting and stuff.
Never. I'm very old-fashioned. I won't bring it up. I think the only time we ever talked about it was on my 29th birthday in September. We were walking through the mall, and he goes, so what shape of diamond do you like? And I was like, I don't know, round and sparkly. Like, I just didn't want to even broach the topic. And whenever we talk about weddings or see one on TV or anything like that, I call it a party instead of a wedding.
Why do you do that?
I don't know, it just feels uncomfortable to even say
the word
at our wedding. Like, I can't. Even right now, I'm like, oh, our wedding.
So, but she made a pact to never hint about marriage because she's old-fashioned. Brandon, you've kind of made a pact with yourself. You said that you'd never what?
I said I would never get married. I'm 33, and I've never been engaged. I don't have any children. I just felt like, I mean, there's still a part of me that thinks that, maybe, I won't get married, but we'll see.
You'll see. Okay. Do you fear divorce?
Well, yeah, that's obviously the big thing. My family, everyone in my family has been married and no divorces. And
well, then that's the track record.
My parents have been married for 40 years. And I know. But what's going on is marriage. I feel marriage is different now than it is back then. I feel like I feel like marriage was old-fashioned back then, and now it's just like temptation is too easy nowadays.
Are you tempted? What you trying to say?
No, I'm not tempted at all. I'm just saying.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, back then, I just feel like it's not as old-fashioned as it used to be.
Okay. Jessica, you're saying, okay, if his parents were married for 40 years, why is he scared? Tell me about your parents.
Right. He's got no bad role models. My parents got divorced when I was 4. Not very happy, so, and I'm not terrified of it. I'm very old-fashioned, like I said. So, I just don't get it. I think if two people want to be married and they want to make it work, if they want it to be old-fashioned, it can be old-fashioned. Yeah. It's all how you make it.
It's all how you make it. So what's your timeline for getting married?
I would do it, tomorrow. We've been together, we're working on year 4, and I think that we have the potential and we have the type of relationship where it could go for the long haul.
All right, so let's see what Lori thinks. What do you think about them?
Well, I think this is a classic example of a guy not wanting to buy the cow because he can get the milk for free.
Ooh, yeah, child. Sure is.
Right now, I think that in life you're willing to take risks. You'll move in with her, pretty quickly, but you don't have to take a risk in this case. You're hitting the jackpot every single day because she's giving you all the benefits of a wife. So that's my first observation. Another thing to think about is, you know, Jessica, you don't think you're nagging, but you're not fooling anybody by calling it a party. We all know you're talking about your wedding, right? So I think Brendan knows exactly what you want.
So how does she get what she wants?
Well, the first thing is they need to have a clear conversation. They need to talk about their timeline. They need to talk about, you know, what she feels and what will happen in their relationship if things don't turn out the way that you expect them to turn out. So the first thing is to set expectations. Don't use euphemisms. Talk about your marriage and your wedding. Another thing is you might want to think about a big life change. You know, be open to new opportunities in your professional life and in your personal life, and show him that, you know, your relationship isn't always going to come first if he doesn't make you a priority.
So does ultimatum mean if you don't marry me, I'm going to leave you?
Well, that's another thing you can do. And
really? And that's okay?
You know, people say to me, an ultimatum, that's so manipulative. I hear this all the time, but an ultimatum really is the most honest, straightforward tactic. What you're saying is, you know, if you can't give me what I want, and I love you, but if you can't give this to me, I'm going to have to move on. So really, it's the most honest thing you can do.
Okay, so Jessica,
I have a
turn
big...
to Brandon, and tell him your expectations and give that ultimatum if you're ready to do that.
I adore you. I won't give an ultimatum because I just don't believe in. I just can't. I want to walk down the aisle to somebody that is ecstatic to be at the other end of the aisle. So there will be no ultimatum. It's just, you know, I want our goals to be the same, and he knows that in the end I would want to be married because I believe in the institution of marriage.
But they're not the same.
Yeah.
So Brandon, what do you have to say to her?
Well, I really love this woman. I really love her with all my heart. And she is a very, very genuine person, very honest person. And any man would be very lucky to marry this woman. But as far as my personal beliefs, right now, I'm saying today, I just don't know when that's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. We're just not at a point where we can, you know, set a date.
Okay. Set a date for an engagement, not even a marriage.
Right.
You're okay with that, Jessica?
Engagements can be, you know, long. They won't be, but...
but he's saying that he doesn't even want that.
If he doesn't want that,
Not
I've made
right
it
now.
very clear that eventually this isn't going to work.
A couple years ago, she did happen to see an email from an ex-girlfriend of mine. And she came to me and she says, "Are you in this for the long haul? Because I need to know." And we sat down and I said, "Look, you know, I'm not mean to her. I said it straight, and I just said, you know, I plan on being with you for the rest of my life, but I don't know when we're gonna, you know, tie the knot." And I'm sure a lot of men out there are in a similar situation as the two of us, and they've said to their girlfriend or their fiance, or I guess their girlfriend, they probably said, "Why mess it up? Right? We have a great thing. Why mess it up?"
And that's just so annoying. Why mess it up? Like it's going to mess it up.
All right, well, y'all got a lot of work to do. We'll be right back. Up next. How many times have you set a date?
Oh, probably. Well, I've only set a date probably about 3 times.
Oh, probably only about 3 times. Still to come. Tell me about this plan that you have to find a man. It's a national plan.
It can reach a captive audience of like over 50 million guys.
50 million guys. Today, we are showing single ladies how to be like Beyonce and get their man to put a ring on it. Okay, now with us now are Tiffany and Maurice, and they've been dating for 12 years, and everybody's like, "Ooh!" And they still have not gotten hitched. Okay, long time, 12 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that, like, there's kind of a tease thing going on. Every couple of years, he does something big to make you think, okay, we're about to do it now.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
Well,
Explain that.
you know, we got together in college. We were having fun then, and, you know, I didn't think anything of it. Time flies when you're having fun. We decided to move in together in 2003, and then I started thinking about, you know, getting married and everything because I'm getting up there in age. And he'll do little things to kind of, you know, make it make the commitment seem real. He surprised me. My best friend pulled up in a car for me. He purchased it. 5 years is the note. His credit is excellent. I said, you know what? He's going to stick with me because if I leave with this car and I don't pay the note, it's going to ruin his credit. So, I was like, okay, cool, 5 years. Then after that, we had a home built. It was finished in 2006. And then, like, he